तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। स्थावरं जङ्गमं व्यक्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्परं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। भवति यत् सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्परं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सर्वश्रुतिशिरोरत्नं विरचितं वरम्बुजा विरन्तं वोचसूर्योय तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। चैतन्य शाश्वता शान्तो व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुमात्रकलातीता तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ज्ञानशक्तिसमारूढा तत्त्वमाला विभूषिता भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदाता च तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अनेकजन्मसम्प्राप्ता तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। शोषणं भावसिन्धुश्च व्याकरणं सारसम्परा गुरुभारावकं सम्यं तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। न गुरुराधिकं तत्त्वं न गुरुराधिकं तपः तत्त्वज्ञानपरं नास्ति तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुणतश्च जगन्नाथं मद्गुरु श्री जगद्गुरु ममात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुरादिरनादिश्च गुरुपरमदैवतं गुरुपरतरं नास्ति तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तमेव च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विचारविनं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव Sri Vishwananda, Bhakta Priyaya Premamutaya Sri Vishwananda, Dinadayala Hridayavasa Sri Vishwananda, Bhakta Priyaya Premamutaya Sri Vishwananda, Dinadayala Hridayavasa Sri Vishwananda, Bhakta Priyaya Premamutaya Sri Vishwananda. Sri Vishwananda, Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Sri Vishwananda, Paramahamsa Premavatara, Satguru Sri Vishwananda, Paramahamsa Premavatara, Satguru Sri Vishwananda, Narayana, Namo Narayana, Narayana, Sri Vishwananda, Narayana, Namo Narayana, Narayana, Sri Vishwananda, Suchanaya Charasaya Sri Vishwananda, Keshavaya Padmabhujaya 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 Sri Vishwananda, Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Sri Vishwananda, Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Sri Vishwananda, Paramahamsa Premavatara, Satguru Sri Vishwananda, Paramahamsa Premavatara, Satguru Sri Vishwananda, Narayana, Namo Narayana, Narayana, Sri Vishwananda, Narayana, Namo Narayana, Narayana, Sri Vishwananda, Madhurakantaya Stotra Priyaya Sri Vishwananda, Swaramayaya Mantrapasakaya Sri Vishwananda, Madhurakantaya Stotra Priyaya Sri Vishwananda, Swaramayaya Mantrapasakaya Sri Vishwananda, Madhurakantaya Stotra Priyaya Sri Vishwananda, Swaramayaya Mantrapasakaya Sri Vishwananda, Madhurakantaya Stotra Priyaya Sri Vishwananda, Savamanaya Mantrapasakaya Sri Vishwananda, Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Sri Vishwananda, Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Sri Vishwananda, Paramahamsa Premavatara, Om Vishamaya Namah, Om Nirvakaya Samudhataya Namah, Om Sukshmatanave Namah, Om Chinmayaya Namah, Om Gurumurtaye Namah, Om Sundaraya Namah, Om Sulochanaye Namah, Om Sumukaya Namah, Om Charvasaya Namah, Om Keshavaya Namah, Om Padmabhujaya Namah, Om Mandagamanaya Namah, Om Charumbaradharine Namah, Om Ramaya Namah, Om Ajirastapakaya Namah, Om Shri Bhutabhrteshwarnath Namah, Om Gayatri Javane Namah, Om Arpani Svikarakaya Namah, Om Vishnu Pujakaya Namah, Om Namo Narayanaiti Mantrapasakaya Namah, Om Swaramayaya Namah, Om Adurgantaya Namah, Om Krishna Sankirtanarupaya Namah, Om Stotra Priyaya Namah, Om Mitabhashine Namah, Om Vakmine Namah, Om Chitrakala Visharadaya Namah, Om Vadadaraya Namah, Om Sarave Namah, Om Jagatpantaya Namah, Om Sarvalokayitaya Namah, Om Bhakta Priyaya Namah, Om Surdhaya Namah, Om Anukulaya Namah, Om Neyaya Namah, Om Sudarshanaya Namah, Om Bhaktavatsalaaya Namah, Om Premamurtaye Namah, Om Shubhekshanaya Namah, Om Pritivadanaya Namah, Om Swastidayakaya Namah, Om Tarakaya Namah, Om Anugrahaya Namah, Om Vardanaya Namah, Om Architaya Namah, Om Artaya Namah, Om Siri Pradaya Namah, Om Janardhanaya Namah, Om Manoharaya Namah, Om Mahakshaya Namah, Om Sirishwaraya Namah, Om Bhasma Bhushitaya Namah, Om Atmalingaya Namah, Om Lingachana Prosakaya Namah, Om Siri Saranaya Namah, Om Madhavaya Namah, Om Omkarapasakaya Namah, Om Sukshmaya Namah, Om Vishokaya Namah, Om Satvikaya Namah, Om Samadashine Namah, Om Dakshaya Namah, Om Achintyaya Namah, Om Nirankaraya Namah, Om Nirmohaya Namah, Om Avyagraya Namah, Om Chitakrodaya Namah, Om Vinayashilaya Namah, Om Svavashaya Namah, Om Kushalaya Namah, Om Shamaya Namah, Om Satyadhamaya Namah, Om Nirvikalpaya Namah, Om Virathaya Namah, Om Atindraya Namah, Om Satyasandaya Namah, Om Pavitraya Namah, Om Madhura Swabhavaya Namah, Om Suranandaya Namah, Om Nandanaya Namah, Om Prasanatmane Namah, Om Bhaktaniraye Namah, Om Sakshaye Namah, Om Samatmaye Namah, Om Sarayogine Namah, Om Haraye Namah, Om Sutapaya Namah, Om Samyaya Namah, Om Goyaya Namah, Om Vimukhatmaya Namah, Om Gambiraya Namah, Om Guptaya Namah, Om Atmaramaya Namah, Om Srinivasaya Namah, Om Devaya Namah, Om Jyotidaraya Namah, Om Danyaya Namah, Om Gurave Namah, Om Duratikramaya Namah, Om Ganaya Namah, Om Bhagavate Namah, Om Harishana Margadashakaya Namah, Om Kuchasya Jagatakaya Namah, Om Abhiprayaya Namah, Om Sarvamata Samatyaya Namah, Om Shamikatavatakaya Namah, Om Premavatare Sri Vishwananda Swamine Namah. Ato Deva Avantu no Yato Vishnu Vichakrame Pradivya Sapta Dhamapi Idam Vishnu Vichakrame Tredani Tade Padam Samo Ramasya Bhagum Sure Trini Pada Vichakrame Vishnu Gopa Ata Abhya Ato Dharmani Daryene Vishnu Karmani Pashyata Yato Vritani Paspashe Indrasya Yucha Sakaha Tat Vishnu Paramam Patagum Sada Pashanti Surya Devi Vachakshara Tatam तद्विप्रसो विपन्यवो जागृवागुं ससमिन्दते विष्णो यत् परमं पदा प्रेमवतराय विद्महे सद्गुरुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विश्वनन्द प्रचोदयात्। ॐ प्रेमवतराय विद्महे सद्गुरुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विश्वनन्द प्रचोदयात्। ॐ प्रेमवतराय विद्महे सद्गुरुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विश्वनन्द प्रचोदयात्। Om Vakritunamagaya Suyakoti Samaprabha Nivignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakayeshu Sarvada Sarvakayeshu Sarvada Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitu Varinyam Bhago Devasya Dhimai Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitu Varinyam Bhago Devasya Dhimai Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitu Varinyam Bhago Devasya Dhimai Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Shri Krishna Vishnu Madhusudana Ketapare Narayana Chutati Vikrama Chakrapane Nirari Sacharara Shirara Vasudeva Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Rukmini Sabhavana Sari Murare Radesha Gopisa Swarupa Purari Vantya Shri Dvarakashaya Vaikuntha Pate Bhuvane Kamote Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhata Meenakate Kamagarupa Varamote Devi Kamaya Guane Muru Rama Rama Shri Rama Krishna Yadunandana Kakirupa Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhata Govinda Madhava Mukunda Paratamesha Damodara Rapsarara Nanda Karari Shori Gopa Gopi Jana Sambitarina Bando Gopi Jana Priyare Tava Suprabhata Shirati Sahi Bhujagari Patapa Sahi Satpakta Rutsarana Sahi Ramanga Sahi Shri Gopa Balma Murutalpa Sogari Sahi Gopa Vallabhare Tava Suprabhata Shri Kasyapati Sukanarada Gautamari Brahmashi Sangamani Sangava Bharatesho Tishtanti Ripi Vavarashana Bhagya Hetaho Gopala Shekarare Tava Suprabhatam Mandara Jara Tulasi Daya Malika Khe Mayani Anjali Pute Samudaharanti Tishtanti Patpavaradala Tale Monentaha Radha Manoharare Tava Suprabhatam Vedatayam Patati Gotamakana Guyaha Gayanti Satkunagano Vararasavaga Sankitayanti Tavanama Vishesha Shinararari Rushaya Tava Suprabhatam Govara Norarana Gopa Kishora Gopa Gopi Chanamruta Suvesha Babari Pota Tilokya Mohana Sumangalari Vyareha Shirukmini Savarara Tava Suprabhatam Shivatsya Chinna Sharanakata Parichata Bhaktati Vanjana Kupakararina Bando Diyanta Gayati Chana Priyari Perupa Shinanda Gopatanaya Tava Suprabhatam Padmaksha Padma Mukha Padma Rarabdameya Padmalaya Sehira Padma Nivasa Shori Padmodbhavati Surasevira Para Padma Padmarinata Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Vrindata Levi Haranaya Mahenta Vantya Kanda Parapaharatilya Sudesha Rupa Chandrananaya Sira Chandana Lipna Deha Govinda Yaravare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Nanda Nandaya Yashora Kumara Dhira Mayangarina Ravishona Sapushpahara Nilamburara Susharira Rama Vihara Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Bhatsuyam Pavati Satya Suganti Bhadra Shri Mitra Vinda Devasa Prabhu Putrika Khe Tishtanti Deva Baba Meta Vasevanada Gopi Manapi Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Achyuta Ananta Mukunda Shori Radha Manohara Janadana Chakrapane Namani Rikya Munayona Nishambaranti Brahmi Muhurta Samaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Suprabhatam Ye Patanti Ahanesam Burikutam Mahapapaha Shri Krishna Graheto Kaham Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchitananda Vigraha Anadi Adi Govinda Savakarana Karanam Govinda Mari Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Mari Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Chintamani Pakara Satma Sukha Paviksha Laksha Videsha Surabhiya Vipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Shatra Sambrama Sevyamanam Govinda Mari Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Mari Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Venum Panantam Aravinda Dayala Kaksham Bhagavatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Kanta Pakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govinda Mari Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Mari Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Alola Chanda Kala Satvala Vala Vamshi Ratnagadam Panayakili Kala Vilasam Shamanti Bangalalitam Niyata Prakasham Govinda Mari Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Mari Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasya Sakalendriya Vittimante Bhashanti Panti Kalayanti Chiram Ananda Chinmaya Sarusvara Vigrahasya Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Advaitam Achutamanani Amantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanamsha Vedeshu Dulakamarula Ramatma Bhakto Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Bhaktastu Koti Shatavatsara Samprapamyo Vayo Atapi Manaso Muni Pundavanam Sopyastriyat Parasinya Vachitya Tatve Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Ekyo Pasota Satyadanta Garanda Kotin Yachakti Rasti Chakaranda Jayada Antaha Andantarasta Paramana Jayantarasta Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Yatva Bhavitariyo Manujastateva Samprapya Rupa Mahima Sanayana Bhushaha Shukteyameva Nigama Pratidastu Vante Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pradabhavi Deities Sabhya Ivana Jarutaya Yakalavihi Goloka Eva Nivasatya Kilanta Bhutto Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Premanjana Shurita Bhakti Vilochalena Santa Sarevairayushu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundaramachintya Gunaswarupa Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Ramadi Murti Sukalani Amina Tishta Nanavatara Makaruntu Vanishu Kinto Krishna Swayam Samabhava Paramanuvayo Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Yasya Prabhava Bhavato Jagaranda Koti Koti Shvashesha Vasudari Vibhuti Binam Rapramanishkalamanantam Ashesha Bhutam Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Maya Yasya Jagaranda Satani Sute Te Gunnatat Vishaya Vira Vitaya Yana Sadva Balambi Parasattva Vishuddha Sattva Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Padayamanashu Ya Praninam Pratipalam Smaratamapetya Virayatena Bhuvanani Jayani Jasram Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Golokanam Niricharam Nichalekshatasya Devi Maheshari Rama Suteshu Teshu Tirte Prabhava Nichaya Vihichaschayena Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Shishti Shiti Prayaya Sarana Shakti Eka Jayeva Yasya Bhuvanani Vibhati Durga Ichana Rupamabhiyasya Jatesa Tesa Govindamadi Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Shri Ramatarati Vikara Vishesha Yoga Sanjayate Naikatapati Asti Hetaho Yashambhutam Abhitata Samupetikaya Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Deepati Evaita Shantanamavipetya Deepayate Vivitayetu Samanatama Yastate Evaita Vishnutaya Vibhati Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Yakaramala Chaleva Sandhista Yoga Netramananta Jagaranda Saroma Kupaha Adara Shakti Mavalambya Paransvamurte Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Yasri Kanishvasita Kala Matavarambya Jivanti Loma Vilaja Jagaranda Nataha Vishnu Mahasaya Yasya Kala Vishesho Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Vasvana Chashma Shakaleshu Nideshu Tesha Sriyam Kiyatrakati Atyati Atvahatra Brahmaya Esha Jagaranda Virana Kata Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Yatpara Balavayugam Viniraya Kumbha Vantvi Pranama Samaye Saganari Rajaha Vignan Vinantumalam Yasya Jagatayasya Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Agni Mahi Jagaramambu Maruti Shasya Kalasa Atma Manasiri Jagatvayani Yasmat Bhavanti Vibhavanti Vishanti Amsha Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Yachakshu Esha Sapita Sakaharahana Raja Samasta Suramurti Ashesha Teshaha Yasyandaya Pramata Samprita Kala Chakro Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Damora Papa Nichaya Sutaya Savamse Dramari Kita Paragavara Jasya Jivaha Yatara Mata Vibhava Prakata Kapava Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Yasinta Gopamava Venta Mahosvakama Bandhano Rupa Parabhacharamata Notri Karmani Nirani Kintu Bhakti Vacha Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Yantora Kama Sahaja Pranayani Vitye Vatsaya Moha Guru Gaura Vasivya Bhavahe Sanchintya Tasya Sai Sintaroma Prudete Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadi Adi Govinda Savakarana Karanam Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami Govindamari Pushantamaham Bhajami
Ojanam timirandasya gyanam jana shalakaya chakshurumilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jagadev, good morning. This morning's Srimad Bhagavatam verse comes from Canto 5, Chapter 8, verse 28 and 29. Tatrapi hava atmano mirgatva karanam bhagavad ardana samhibhanu bhaven anusmritya prisham anutapyamana aha. Although in the body of a deer, Bharata Maharaj, due to his rigid devotional service in his past life, could understand the cause of his birth in that body. Considering his past and present life, he constantly repented his activities, speaking in the following way. In the body of a deer, Bharata Maharaj began to lament, "What misfortune! I have fallen from the path of self-realized. I gave up my real sons, wife, and home to advance in spiritual life. I took shelter in a solitary holy place in the forest. I became self-controlled and self-realized, and I engaged constantly in devotional service. Hearing, thinking, chanting, worshiping, and remembering the Supreme Lord, Vasudeva. I was successful in my attempt, so much so that my mind was always absorbed in devotional service. However, due to my personal foolishness, my mind again became attached, this time to a deer. Now I have obtained the body of a deer and have fallen from my devotional practices." So this story relates to mural number 79, back there. And it's about King Bharata. King Bharata was the eldest son of Vrishabhadeva, who was the Lord himself. And so he followed in his father's footsteps. He was a great king, and he was also very spiritually oriented. And so when he retired to go to the forest to be a hermit and to focus his attentions on God, he gave his powers and his punya to his son. And Vrishabhadeva said, Bharat is no different than me. And he gave all of his punya and infused him into Bharat. So they were both great devotees of the Lord. And Bharat ruled successfully, and he became very accomplished spiritually and materially. And when it was time for him to leave his kingdom and retire to the forest, he also became totally absorbed in the forest, until the day that he was by the river and a pregnant deer was being chased by a lion. And the deer was so scared, she gave birth prematurely to her baby, who fell into the river. And the deer went on to the other side and died. So Bharat was so touched by this deer, he rescued the deer and he raised it as his own. And he became so attached to this deer that everything was about the deer. If the deer wasn't there in the morning, he would go searching for it. He made sure that the deer was cared for and had shelter and food. He protected it. He carried it with him wherever he went. And in this way, he became completely attached to the deer. So at the end of his life, the deer had gone missing, and he was so concerned about the deer that he went searching for the deer, and he died focused on the deer. And that's what made him reborn as a deer. But due to his punya, he was fully aware of his past life and the mistakes that he made. So he spent all his time near an ashram listening to the stories of the Lord. And he remembered how important it was to stay focused and not be distracted. So the story has two important things to remember. First is whatever you're thinking about at the moment of death is where you're going to end up. So don't be distracted. And second is this idea that we have to focus our attention on the Lord at all times, and we have to be ever vigilant to make sure we don't lose track of where we are. Bharat left the world to look for God, but when he became attached to a deer, he lost everything. And we also have, whether we live here in the ashram or we're out in the world, we have devoted our lives to Guruji and God. We have all the tools. We're just like Bharat. We have all of the goodness inside of us. And yet, he fell. He had Lord Vishnu's blessing. He had everything. And yet, he just, in a moment of weakness, lost it. And then he became totally absorbed, and he got caught in the claws of Maya, which are the five senses. And in the commentary of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Guruji says, the thieves of the mind are the senses, feeding on our lower qualities, which snatch away one from their true identity. And these lower qualities are pride, arrogance, lust, jealousy, envy, and ego. And in his ego of thinking, I have to take care of this fawn, it's my responsibility, he lost track of the Lord. And only through sincere bhakti, through heartfelt devotion to the Lord, one can keep these thieves under control. So I was contemplating something that Swami Anasuya said yesterday morning in his satsang. He was talking about the story of the eye of the bird when Arjuna was practicing archery with Dronacharya. And I was thinking about this idea that all of the archers, the Kauravas and the Pandavas, they all saw the bird, but they saw other things as well. And how only Arjuna was focused on the eye of the bird. And we must stay focused always on the eye of the bird and not to be distracted in what we're doing. So we can't waste time. Guruji said this many times during the Guru Gita. He's also said it many times in his past satsangs, that we cannot waste time and we must stay focused. We must make our effort. And just last night, Guruji tweeted, and he was talking about how to integrate what the Guru has taught us on a daily basis. And it was as if it was right on cue, because I don't know about you, but I'm thinking about all of the things that came up during the Guru Gita that I thought, oh yeah, I need to do that, and that, and that, and that, and it's a very long list. And so how do we start? Where do we begin? And Guruji says it's not possible to go from 1 to 100 instantly. It's just a setup for failure. And so we have to, he said it's also an overload of our circuits, which is really true. Because if you try to change 100 things at once, you will not change anything. So he says you have to prioritize. And you have to learn to clear the mind and focus on what's important. And to do one thing properly. And then he says you have to let go of it forever, which I thought was a really interesting point. So we get to the point where we're doing something, and then we let go of it by putting it at his feet. Krishna Arpanamastu. And Rishi Amara Nimai Das gave a lovely satsang on that on Friday, I think it was, also about letting go and putting it at his feet and saying Krishna Arpanamastu constantly. So when we leave it at the Guru's feet, we can move on to the next thing. So once we put something into our mind, once we put something into our daily routine and it's solid, it's sure, then we move on to adding the next one. But he said, Guruji says, you have to start somewhere. And you have to believe in your heart that it's possible to reach the goal that he has set for us. And this Adesh becomes everything in our life as bhaktas. And when we make the effort, when he sees we're making the effort, the Satguru's grace is always with us to help us move ahead. And Guruji says he will pour 100% of him. When we pour 100% of ourself into the task, he will pour 100% of his mercy into supporting us. And this is something that we have that others don't. I was speaking with someone yesterday who was saying that they want to pursue their spirituality on their own. And I was saying it's a dangerous path, because only to get to the final hill, the final hurdles, you have to have someone who is willing to challenge the ego. And we can't do it on our own, because our ego is so proud of itself, it doesn't see itself as a challenge. So it's only through the grace of the Satguru that we can be challenged in each moment. And since the Guru Gita, Guruji has given me the grace of being able to see things that I'm doing that are not moving me towards the direction of his Adesh. And he's fortunately given me the grace also to see it without judgment. So without that judgment, it's so much easier to just look at and say, oh, that's not serving. This needs to change. And then instead of lamenting and saying, oh, poor me, I can't, it's too much, I'm overwhelmed, I can't do it, I can just say, okay, this is going to change. What's one step I can take today? What's one little thing I can do in this moment to move me in that direction? So being clear on having the eye of the bird, being focused on what it is we want to change. And Guruji says that the priority has to be love, humility, and kindness. And that we can learn to think and speak more kindly. He says this is easy. Often one knows when one is being unkind, but is too lazy to stop the cruel behavior and transform. So we have to change this one trait. We have to change unkindness into kindness. And then he says you will notice the joy of the Satguru smiling from within your heart. So I was opening the Bhagavad Gita, which I do regularly, to just say, what do you want to tell me? And I opened to chapter 1, verse 19. And that tumultuous uproar resounding through the heaven of heaven and earth tore at the hearts of distrusted sons. So this is chapter 1, when Arjuna has asked Krishna to take him into the middle of the battlefield, and everybody is blowing their conches. And it's tearing at the hearts of the Kauravas. And the Kauravas stand for our negative qualities. So when we blow the conch, it signifies the beginning of something. And so it signifies the willingness to change, the willingness to make an effort to do something different. And when the Lord sees that we're willing to make this effort, he gives his strength and his power, his energy and his faith to us. And he gives the power to control the senses. So that's what happened to Bharat. He got lost in his senses. He got lost in his emotions of caring for the deer instead of caring about God. So we must sound the conch in our own lives to signify the beginning of this battle that we commit ourselves to stay on track in every moment, not to get lost and not to be distracted. So the conch is also the sound of the cosmic sound of Om. It is the beginning and the end. And in the end, everything goes back to Om. And we will eventually get back to God. Whether it's in this life or 1,000 lives, we eventually get back to God. So why not do it now? Why not make this our last life? And when we're running in a marathon, those last miles or kilometers are the hardest, because those are the ones when we want to give up. Our body hurts. It's too hard. We're tired. We think, oh, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. But when you are running in a marathon, there's lots of people at the end of the finish line in the last segment of it. So they're there cheering you on. And Guruji is there cheering us on every moment. If we just turn our attention to him, if we just focus on him, and have Him help us attain the goal. We can't do it on our own. We've proven that. If we could do it on our own, we would have been there by now. So we can't do it on our own. We need Him. We need His knowledge. We need His support. And we need each other. So rather than fighting with each other and judging each other, let's support each other in helping us achieve the end of our journey. And let's not make the same mistake again and again and again. So we have to commit ourselves. So remember, every time we hear the conch here in the prayers, just remember, this is the battle. This is what we're here for. This is what we're here to do. And just remember that we have everything we need to just keep going and to sound the conch and keep track of where we are. So we have committed ourselves to our devotional service in this life. And we understand that that's what this life is for, to realize God. So whatever we've done in the past, whatever we did yesterday or last week or last lives, just remember that we have this life. We can stay focused and we can achieve our goal with the help of each other, with the help of Guruji, and we're staying focused. Jai Gurudev.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya.
Bahir Nasimo Hiraye Nasimo
Sharanam Prapadye Nrsimhamani Sharanam Prapadye Tava Kara Kamalavare Nagam Abhuta Shlingam Davita Inanyakasipu Tanubringam Keshavadrita Narari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Tava Kara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Singam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadeta Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Nrsimhadev 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 Jaya Nrsimhadev Jaya Nrsimhadev 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 Jaya Nrsimhadev Jaya Paramahamsa Paramahamsa Bhakta Swarupa Jaya Paramahamsa Jaya Paramahamsa Paramahamsa Bhakta Swarupa Jaya Paramahamsa Gurudev Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev Jaya Hanuman Balaveer Jaya Hanuman Balaveer Jaya Hanuman Balaveer Jaya Hanuman Balaveer Vayunandana Abhayankara Vaidehi Priya Hanuman Vayunandana Jaya Hanuman Balaveer, Vayunandana Abhayankara Vaidehi Priya Hanuman, Vayunandana Abhayankara Vaidehi Priya Hanuman, Jaya Hanuman Balaveer, Jaya Hanuman Balaveer, Jaya Hanuman Balaveer, Jaya Hanuman Balaveer, Sita Shoganashana tu, Sita Shoganashana tu, Lanka Bhayankara tu, Lanka Bhayankara tu, Jaya Hanuman Balaveer, Jaya Hanuman Balaveer, Jaya Hanuman Balaveer, Jaya Hanuman Balaveer, Vayunandana Abhayankara Vaidehi Priya Hanuman, Vayunandana Abhayankara Vaidehi Priya Hanuman, Jaya Hanuman Balaveer, Jaya Hanuman Balaveer, Sita Shoganashana tu, Sita Shoganashana tu, Lanka Bhayankara tu, Lanka Bhayankara tu, Jaya Hanuman Balaveer, Jaya Hanuman Balaveer, Vayunandana Abhayankara Vaidehi Priya Hanuman, Vayunandana Abhayankara Vaidehi Priya Hanuman, Jaya Hanuman Balaveer, 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 Vayunandana Abhayankara Vaidehi Priya Hanuman. Gopala, Gopala, Shama Gopala, 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 Shama Gopala, Gopala, Shama Gopala, Murali Gana Lola Gopi 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 Gopala, 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 Shama Gopala, 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 Shama Gopala, oh Gopala, Gopala, Shama Gopala, 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 Shama Gopala, Murali Gana Lola Gopi 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 Gopala, Devaki Nandana Sundara Venu Gopala, Gopala.
Radhe, 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 Radhe Gopala.
Oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe Gopala.
Radhe, 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 Radhe Gopala.
Gopala, Gopala, Shama Gopala.
Gopala, Gopala, Shyama Gopala.
Oh Gopala, Gopala, Shama Gopala.
Gopala, Gopala, Shyama Gopala.
Murari Gana Lola Gopi 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 Gopala.
Devaki Nandana Sundara Venu Gopala.
Devaki Nandana Sundara Venugopala.
Devaki Nandana Sundara Venu Gopala.
Devaki Nandana Sundara Venugopala.
Oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe Gopala.
Radhe, 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 Radhe Gopala.
Oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe Gopala.
Radhe, 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 Radhe,
Radhe Gopala. Oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe Gopala. Oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe Gopala. Gopala, Gopala, Shama Gopala.
Gopala, Gopala,
Shama Gopala. Gopala, Gopala, Shama Gopala.
Gopala, Gopala, Shyama Gopala.
Murari Gana Lola Gopi 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 Gopala.
Devaki Sandana Sundara Venu Gopala.
Devaki Nandana Sundara Venugopala.
Devaki Nandana Sundara Venu Gopala.
Devaki Nandana Sundara Venugopala.
Oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe Gopala.
Radhe, 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 Radhe Gopala.
Oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe Gopala.
Radhe, 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 Radhe Gopala.
Oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe Gopala.
Radhe, 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 Radhe Gopala.
Oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe Gopala.
Radhe, 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 Radhe,
Radhe Gopala. Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda, Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda, Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda, Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda, Govinda Gopala.
Jaya Murali Manohar Nandalala.
Murali Manohar
Nandalala. Jaya Murali Manohar Nandalala.
Murali Manohar
Nandalala. Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda, Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda, Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda, Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Govinda, Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda, Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me Prapatiramagarataya Mangala Mangala Me Prapatiramagarataya Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Sharigrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me Sharigrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me Tirandadari Gorakanjaya Mangala Mangala Me Tirandadari Gorakanjaya Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Rangesha Kankayartaya Mangala Mangala Me Rangesha Kankayartaya Mangala Mangala Me Mananataya Darinitaya Mangala Mangala Me Mananataya Darinitaya Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Oh Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Mangala Mangala Me Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhakta Janon ke Sankata Rasa Janon ke Sankata Shana Virura Kare Om Jai Jagadish Hare Jo Jave Pala Pave Dukha Vina Se Manaka Swami Dukha Vina Se Manaka Sukha Sampati Garave Sukha Sampati Garave Rashtamite Tanaka Om Jai Jagadish Hare Mata Pita Tum Mere Sharana Gaun Mein Kisaki Swami Sharana Gaun Mein Kisaki Tuma Bina Ora Na Doja Tuma Bina Ora Na Doja Asa Karu Mein Kisaki Om Jai Jagadish Hare Tuma Purana Paramatma Tuma Antarayami Swami Tuma Antarayami Para Brahma Parameshwara Para Brahma Parameshwara Tuma Savake Swami Om Jai Jagadish Hare Tuma Karuna Ke Sagara Tuma Palana Karata Swami Tuma Palana Karata Main Sevaka Tuma Swami Main Sevaka Tuma Swami Kripa Karo Bharata Om Jai Jagadish Hare Tuma O Eka Gocha Sabake Pranapati Swami Sabake Pranapati Kisaviri Milon Dayamaya Kisaviri Milon Kripamaya Tumako Mein Kumate Om Jai Jagadish Hare Dina Bandhu Kahata Tumara Chaka Mere Swami Tumara Chaka Mere Karuna Hata Bara
Avishaya Vikaramitav Paparo Deva Swami Paparo Deva Shara Bhakti Badaho Shara Prema Badaho Santana Ki Seva Onde Jagarita Hare Tana Mana Dana Saba Entera Swami Saba Kucha Entera Swami Saba Kucha Entera Tera Rujako Arapan Tera Rujako Arapan Kya lage mera Onde Jagarisha Hare Onde Jagarisha Hare Swami Jaya Jagarisha Hare Bhaktashano ke sankata Rasashano ke sankata Shanamirura kare Onde Jagarisha Hare Manisha Kanara Koji Gitari Lala Cha Kanara Koji Gitari Lala Cha Kanara Koji Gitari Lala Cha Kanara Koji Manisha Kanara Koji Gitari Lala Cha Kanara Koji Gitari Lala Cha Kanara Koji Gitari Lala Cha Kanara Koji Oh Cha Kanara Ko Cha Kanara Ko Cha Kanara Koji Cha Kanara Ko Cha Kanara Ko Cha Kanara Koji Mane Cha Kanara Koji Gitari Lala Cha Kanara Koji Shama Mane Cha Kanara Koji Gitari Lala Cha Kanara Koji Govinda Mane Cha Kanara Koji Gitari Lala Cha Kanara Koji Gitari Lala Cha Kanara Koji Gitari Lala Cha Kanara Koji Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandusha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinan Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Govinda Govinda Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mityoma Amritangamaya Om Shanti 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 Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Shri Lakshmi Narayana Bhagavan Ki Jai Sri Bhutabhrteshwarnath Mandir Bhagavan Ki Jai Shri Radha Krishna Kanhaiya Lal Ki Jai Shri Mamta Kriya Babaji Ki Jai Shri Ramanujacharya Ki Jai Satguru Sri Swami Vishwananda Mahaprabhu Ki Jai Om Kling Krishnaya Govindaya Gopijana Vallabhaya Paraya Param Purushaya Parakama Mantra Yantra Tantra Oshadastra Sastrani Samarai Samarai Mrityo Mochai Mochai Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshanaya Dipte Jvalapitaya Savari Shubhanam Pat Parasmai Paramamane Param Jyotishe Svaha Om Shanti 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam Venkataramana Govinda Govinda Gopika Jivanam Smaranam Govinda Govinda Bhaktavatsala Govinda 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 Kundalika Varade Hari Vichar Eknath Namdev Tukaram Pandarinath Maharaj Ki Jai Samasta Bhakta Mandali Ki Jai Alva